to south-central Alaska, living for a short time with friends in Anchorage, then for 2 years in Eagle River, before finally settling in Wasilla. The family lived frugally. To help make ends meet, Chuck Heath moonlighted as a hunting and fishing guide and as a bartender, and even worked on the Alaska Railroad for a time. Sally worked as a school secretary and ran their busy household. In 1974, Wasilla incorporated with a population of barely 400 people. The Heath House sat a few blocks from the center of town, north of the railroad tracks and south and east of woodlands of birch, willow, and spruce. The woods were a wilderness playground, the kind of place where kids play out the imaginative adventures of childhood. They had a white cat named Fifi and a German shepherd named Rufus, a canine sidekick to the kids who shows up in many family photos. The children often hiked the Bunny Trail to the home of a distant neighbor who had kids the same age. In both summer and winter, most of the family's activities took place outdoors. Sarah said that she appreciates the many outdoor adventures she had as a child. Fitness was a big part of family life. "My parents jumped on the bandwagon of the 70s running craze," she said. The whole family ran together, competing in 5- and 10-kilometer races throughout the summer. When the family wasn't running or hiking, it was hunting or fishing. "We could literally go hunting out our back door," Chuck Jr. said. Sarah shot her first rabbit at age 10, not far from the back porch. In her teens, she hunted caribou with her father. The family's freezer was always full of fish and game. Chuck Jr. said he didn't eat a beefsteak until he was a senior in high school. Gardening helped fill the family larder. In summer, Chuck Jr., Heather, Sarah, and Molly spent long sunny days building tree forts, riding bikes, and playing with friends. They took swimming lessons in Wasilla Lake, a pond with water so cold that they huddled around a campfire on the beach afterward to silence their chattering teeth. During the summer, their father put away the television. For entertainment, he put up a basketball hoop with a dirt court in the backyard. The Heath kids and their friends spent many hours playing ball. Once a year, the family accompanied Chuck Sr. on a week-long class field trip to Denali National Park, where camping in view of majestic Mount McKinley left indelible memories with the Heath children. The family often packed up and drove 15 miles to Hatcher Pass, a scenic expanse of alpine tundra tucked between jagged peaks of the Talkeetna Mountains. In summer, the family hiked, picked berries, and followed the trails. In winter, they skied and hunted ptarmigan, an Alaskan game bird. At home, Sarah shared a bedroom with her sisters in the upper level of their wood frame home. Chuck Jr. slept in a closet-sized room next to the kitchen. The three sisters loved listening to the patter of rain on the tin roof above their heads. The room was unheated, except for a wood stove that their father installed when he built an addition onto the house. The kids had to feed wood into the stove to keep the room warm, but often they decided it wasn't worth the effort to get out of bed. Instead, they snuggled deeper under the covers, watching their breath condense in the cool air. The three sisters had a code phrase that helped ward off the chill and the scary shadows of the night. "Do you want to play Sleeping Beauty?" one of them would ask. That was the signal for Sarah, Heather, and Molly to pile into one bed for the night. "I was afraid of everything," said Molly, the youngest. Even after Chuck and Heather left for college, Molly and Sarah slept in the same room. "I would push my bed next to Sarah's, and we would hold hands, even in high school," Molly said. One of the girls' favorite pastimes was to form clubs to organize field trips. On one occasion, for example, the group hatched a plan to hike at Bodenberg Butte, where a recreational trail overlooked the Knik River Valley. Because the butte was too far away to bike or walk, an adult had to drive them. Sarah helped broker deals to do chores in exchange for a ride. "One time I remember we stacked firewood so that we could earn a ride to the fair," Molly said.